Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's crystal channeling with onyx. Onyx, a form of chalcedony and a very grounding, very energizing stone, an excellent stone for focus, for willpower, for determination. It's definitely a crystal to hold when you're going through challenging times or times that really require you to step up and give your best and endure. It's a really excellent crystal too for helping you to pursue goals, especially if you're just starting out in something new or in a new direction. And it can be daunting in terms of, the learning curve and what you're facing and the fears or insecurities that come part and parcel when you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So I've got, it's a small piece, but it's one of my favorite pieces because I remember finding this, I don't know, I think it was at Stick, Stone and Bone in New York City on Christopher Street, like 5 million years ago. And it's got this X marked in it, and then also a dot that just sort of at some point in time, these markings formed on it. I find that interesting, especially for those of you who are into runes and runic lore, as I am, and that runic marking of Jibo, meaning gift, connections. So I'm now going to just close my eyes, center my energy, and tune into the consciousness and energy of onyx and see which teachings or practices or messages it has for us today. And it's interesting because I definitely feel that centering energy, that grounding energy. I feel very in my body. I feel, my energy is very focused and directed. And, it reminds me, not in terms of how it feels, in terms of frequency, but, that effect quartz can have in terms of really fine tuning and pointing and directing our energy. But quartz, that really kind of, and chalcedony is in the family of quartz, but quartz has that really kind of high frequency, sort of buzzy feel to it. This doesn't feel that way. It's like the grounded centeredness and energy, and focus, but not with the buzz. This is a very physical crystal. This is a very can do, must do, will do crystal energy. So especially for those of you, as I mentioned, just even in the description, who are toughing it out, it makes me immediately think of our frontline workers, our essential workers, parents pulling triple, quadruple duty. Just as an example, this feels like a stone for you. This feels like a stone for you. There's definitely, and I definitely feel my vitality. I feel my energy increasing, becoming really quite, again, just sharp, focused, directed. The mind also, it's interesting, the mental response to this energy in terms of being very focused, but again, the awareness is dropped down into my body. I feel very present. I feel very aware, both energetically and also in terms of my senses, very aware of what's going on around you or what's going on around me. So for those of you who find you're having a lot of trouble, there's a lot of distraction, there's a lot of stimulus, there's a lot of stuff going on in our world with technology, etc. If you find that you're having a lot of trouble staying grounded, staying focused, staying on point, maybe you're drifting off or being pulled off in too many directions simultaneously, this really pulls even your mental energy, down into the body, which is excellent because that's where you're really in your power. when you're not caught up here in your head, but you're very down in your power. And, I would say in terms of, psychic or intuitive senses, if you were, I definitely feel more aware of my inner self, my inner voice, my intuition. And I wouldn't say so much a clairsentient quality to this in terms of being able to feel and sense energy, so much as it feels more instinctual, like the body's instinct is really heightened. So again, for those of you, someone in a comment in one of my Instagram posts the other day, I think, asked about what's a crystal that's protective for you in when you're driving, when you're in the car. I would definitely suggest onyx as a crystal for this, because it helps you to be alert, it helps you to stay sharp, it helps you to stay focused, and I really feel like my instincts and my instinctive reaction or impulse to things is heightened. So again, for those of you who are tired, distracted, while driving, etc., working long hours and so on, this is a really excellent crystal. And the thing that's coming through that's important is it's a crystal that you have to engage with physically. So you have to hold it. You have to wear it. You have to have it on your body, because again, this is a very physical crystal. So this isn't necessarily, yes, and I'll mention that in a second. This isn't a crystal necessarily that I would suggest perhaps meditating with. I definitely wouldn't suggest sleeping with it, that's for sure. But a crystal that you wear on you during the day. Now, one of the things that just popped through from the consciousness is, though, a reminder, to work with this crystal, but to also be sure that you are sustaining your body physically, meaning make sure that you're getting decent sleep. It may not be enough sleep, but good quality sleep. But especially what I'm getting is making sure that you're fueling your body appropriately. So you're giving your body good nourishment, good, healthy, clean nourishment in terms of food, drinking a lot of water, hydrating. Because one of the things that's also coming through is that while this helps you stay grounded, stay on point, move through, definitely for anyone who feels afraid, who feels daunted by challenges or obstacles, I feel like in wearing this crystal, you're like, I'm going to bust right through that. It's a total shift in mindset, which is excellent. But, wearing this over long periods of time on your body, if you're not also nourishing and sustaining your body, can start to create imbalance. It can start to create a certain kind of energy drain, because you're heightening your body's energy and directing your body's energy, but at the same time, you're not fueling it. If you're not fueling it sufficiently, and I don't mean in terms of overeating, I just mean in terms of taking proper care of your body, in terms of nourishment, if you're not stoking that fire sufficiently, you will start to drain and pull energy from other systems like the adrenals, the nervous system, the musculature, etc., to keep trying to keep up with this energy as you're moving forward. So that's the thing to really be aware of in terms of working with onyx. But provided that you are providing, sustenance and healthy support for your body, this is really a great crystal medicine for anyone for whom this resonates or speaks to in terms of your needs. But definitely, I would say for right now, for anyone who's facing challenges or, has started off the new year in a new direction, working towards goals, etc., this is a powerhouse. This is a great crystal. And again, pointing out too that this is just a small piece, like the size of half my thumb, right? Like an inch. This is not a super big piece. So you also don't need a big piece, which is good news, especially with the guidance in terms of wearing it on you throughout the day. Pop it in your bra, keep it in a pocket. I think a bracelet or even an anklet, with onyx beads would also be a great way to work with this stone. But that's onyx. So hopefully that was of service to you. Certainly, if you want to ask a question or share about your experience with onyx, you can do so in the comments below. And for those of you who are curious to learn more about me, my work, my trainings, my books, you can go to my website, krista-mitchell.com, and check out my courses in my online academy. And so that's it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe, because more crystal videos and channelings are definitely coming your way.